Greetings, my young Padawans, and welcome to Screen Rant. I'm Greg Elliott, and The Rise of Skywalker will end the Star Wars sequel trilogy this December, but Disney's original plan for the saga has changed a lot over the last few years. When Disney purchased Lucasfilm back in October 2012 for $4 billion, even though George Lucas had already been developing a new trilogy and shared his story treatments for Star Wars 7 with them, they ultimately decided to go in their own direction. And things admittedly did get off to a great start, with The Force Awakens being well received by both critics and fans and grossing over $2 billion, and then following it up with another hit in the form of Rogue One. Everyone was happy and excited for the future of the franchise, but since then it's been decidedly more of a mixed bag. The Last Jedi has created a lot of division in the fans. I like it, my wife hates it. Solo was a box office failure, and both that and The Rise of Skywalker had a lot of behind-the-scenes turmoil, with directors being swapped out during production. So, what was Disney's original plan? Well, the idea was that the sequel trilogy installments would be released every 2 years, with standalones designed to expand the universe coming in the years in between. Now, they started setting it up right away, and by 2015, Star Wars 8, Solo and Rogue One, and Star Wars 9 were all confirmed and in production or pre-production, and here's where things started to deviate from the plan just a bit. So May is, or at least was, the traditional release month for Star Wars, going all the way back to A New Hope, which came out on May 25, 1977. And Disney did plan to keep doing it that way, but somewhere along the line, the decision was made to move the releases to December, and hey, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi all did great then, so they stuck with it. You know, don't mess with a good thing, right? Well, the thing is that they did with Solo. The Last Jedi had just come out 5 months prior, and many have pointed to the May release date and overall franchise fatigue as the cause for Solo's failure. Lucasfilm wanted to push it back to December to give Ron Howard more time after taking over from the original directors, but Disney refused, and well, we now know how that turned out. But did you know that Solo was supposed to be the first spin-off movie, not Rogue One? Yeah, Solo was supposed to follow The Force Awakens, but that changed when rewrites were needed on The Force Awakens, and Solo got put on hold for a bit. Now, while this might not seem like that big of a deal, hear us out. We think this actually had a huge impact on the themes of the story. If Solo had stuck to its original release date, then we would have gotten the Han Solo origin movie right after his death in The Force Awakens, which would have made for a much more interesting mirror to Han's journey and given the film that much more of an emotional impact for the audiences. But instead, we got it after The Last Jedi, and well, it clearly doesn't seem like audiences cared that much about Han's backstory at that point. Now, Disney can't be disappointed with how Star Wars has performed so far, but given that things haven't completely gone to plan, we can see how it's affected their long-term thinking for the franchise. They originally planned to release Star Wars movies every year, which they've done up until now, but after The Rise of Skywalker, that's all changing, with no Star Wars movie scheduled to release until 2022, and then 24 and 26. Sounds like they've decided that fans actually need some time to, miss the franchise again. Disney does have 2 new Star Wars trilogies in the works, but the exact release plan for those is unclear. Their immediate future is now more centered around Disney Plus TV shows, including The Mandalorian, a series starring Cassian Andor from Rogue One, and the recently confirmed Obi-Wan show, which coincidentally was supposed to be a movie before Solo went and screwed everything up. We'll keep you posted as we learn more about the Star Wars universe, so make sure to keep checking back with Screen Rant to stay in the loop. I'm Greg Elliott, and I'll see you next time. Peace.